Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kamen Rider 01, episode 39. As always, I'm your host, President Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze.
my dude. Welcome back. But before we get started, just wanted to remind you that there are still links in the description down below to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement. So go on in there, sign petitions, or donate money if you can. As long as you do something, it absolutely helps. But with that said, let's dive into our review and then your guys' thoughts at the end of the episode. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. You know, during our review of the episode prior, like the dog really got me, and really got me to sympathize with Thouser. But over the course of that entire week, I was like, wow, Bowser actually really sucks, and he's just placing the blame on someone else, or at least the show feels like the show is sort of placing the blame on someone else, like his father, um, instead of him actually being remorseful for what he's done. But in this episode, we get to see the ramifications of what he's like. He's finally sort of understanding what he's done and how he can help. He still, I'm sure, selfishly wants to run the company, which he still probably shouldn't do because there are a slew of accusations surrounding him. Um, but I don't know. So far, I'm liking what they're doing. In that they're not like fully forgiving him just yet.
Yeah, I did like that they they acknowledge that like no one's really like buying that he's like fully reformed and stuff.
Right.
But like the show knows that he has to be on their side and they're just like shit, like we waited way too long for this. Let's put in a dog, let's get that sympathy points, but let's at least make people kind of feel for him, even though it's
Mhm.
like it's even hard for us to kind of like exactly pinpoint
Right.
like what arc Bowser had to do to redeem himself, and we kind of know this is all like a way too fast to be happening, but it's something that they're kind of forced to do given the situation at hand, and I kind of like I like that, like they didn't have the time to have like a proper redemption just because the arc kind of like came out of nowhere,
Sure.
so like it made things way too fast for them, and there's like, well, whatever, like we understand, but we have to like prioritize
Yeah.
and like deal with this threat
Right.
over like deal with like Thouser actually being a redeemed character. So
Right. Right. That's fair.
yeah, like
Um.
I like I was like kind of like thinking about it, like I'm like this is stupid, but it makes sense for like what the position that the show's in.
Right. Yeah. Or not just the show. I feel like to what you're saying, the characters are in that position as well, and to just sort of gloss over because they do need his mind. He has made a lot of very valuable pieces of technology that they could probably use against them. Also, his turn was not calculated by by
The
the
arc,
arc.
yeah,
And what the catalyst was to that change was the heart inside of Zaya, who sent down the dog. Right? Because I mean, you could argue that that was an extension of Zaya.
yeah,
Uh, and now that that is gone, that may have been her last act to sort of sway things in their favor. Um, Another thing that I really appreciated with this episode was that Ikazuchi did actually reform himself, even if it was calculated. Even if they knew that, or even if the arc knew Ikazuchi, or no, even if it was part of the arc's plan, Ikazuchi still actually turned good.
yeah. Like we don't know if he's gonna turn back or anything like that, but like for what the arc wanted to do, why not just like put him back to normal? It's way more convincing, and it
Yeah.
was basically. It was like a natural thing for him to do. And honestly, I kind of forgot what his character was like before, um, this whole Mitsubo Jinrai stuff. So
Hmm.
just seeing that character come back, just like a little whiplash, was like, wait a minute, this guy was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was a little distrusting, but like, I really liked, or at least I remembered that I really liked his character coming out of the space arc, and I was really hoping, like, man, I want him to come back and be good, and like, he's got a nice suit, and it could be used for a good guy, so I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
um,
We also saw the ramifications of like the prior couple of episodes where he sees the space program kind of deteriorate into fucking rocket bottle like ships, and he was just like, he was not having this episode. He had like the
Ball
biggest mental
rockets,
break.
man, we can't.
Yeah, like a lot of other writers have had like breakdowns, but like this guy's were like extremely intense. His
Break down.
Yeah, they probably weren't as bad as other stuff, but he was just like in so much pain.
I know. You called it an ear infection, and I can't stop thinking about it.
I mean, whatever the actor has the channel to make that pain feel realistic.
Right, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I think we're moving in a very neat direction, especially toward, the end of the show. We also don't know if their episode count was cut short or not, because once again, we don't know, I guess, how long they would have had to take a break for the Olympics. So we don't know how that all sort of lines up. So maybe we're sort of compressing the last few episodes. Maybe we're not. But it is feeling like we're ramping up and moving faster. Also, the Ames dudes just are talking now. They just, after talking to Yaiba once, they're like deciding to be characters, and then we actually get to see a facility that isn't an abandoned part of a building with a chair in the middle. Like, when was this a fully funded and like a full organization?
Yeah,
We've never seen this.
and I hate that they decide to make it a thing now when it's fully like outscaled by all the characters. Like they're useless now. I mean, they've always been useless, but now they're just like
Yeah.
super useless.
Like,
But I,
you're pretending you have this large military force at your beck and call now.
yeah.
What?
Also, I kind of hate how this show is kind of like teasing the relationship between Fua and Yaiba. Like they're totally a thing, but they're not
Yeah.
gonna say it. And, like that's driving me insane.
It's adorable and I love it. But yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. Oh, also, dog. Good time.
Yo,
Always
the
a good
dog
time with
henshin
dog.
was freaking amazing.
It was. It started singing with the transformation. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of wish that it would be like Bowser's next power up or something, but I feel like the timing is so off. Like, if they squeeze this in, like maybe 5 episodes prior, we could have done it, but it doesn't look like
Bowser
it's gonna.
does not deserve a power up. That should go to Yaiba.
But that dog does. I just want
That's
that dog to be part of a suit.
also we get the teases for 02, which, I mean, you sounded pretty surprised in the watch along. I knew about it for a while, but it was really neat to see that, they needed to get past, I guess, Zaya saying, "Hey, this is as far as 01 goes." So hey, we'll just make a new one. And he is making a new name for himself in that, he's wanting to surpass his grandpa. And on top of that, they used that scene to reestablish that you can create a connection with Satellite Zaya. Um, and then, he exploits that toward the end of the episode. So that was very helpfully placed. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I knew that 02 was the next uh form. I was just kind of like making shit up throughout the watch along.
Fantastic. Did you hear that, guys? It's not real. It's all fake. But the mess ups are absolutely real.
Yeah, I was just like, throwing shit around. I was like, oh no, what can you do after 0-1? It's gotta be 0-2.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
fine.
do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, are you done?
Yeah.
We got comments. Let's talk about them. Double the
Yeah.
Unknown says the way they handled Guy in this episode proved why I was okay with the last episode. It is easy for someone who has been exposed and is about to lose everything to say that he is sorry to go and going to change, but one fight against a common enemy isn't enough to deserve redemption. I love that everyone is in agreement that Guy cannot simply make things right with an apology, but has to prove he has truly changed through his actions. I believe there is a very likely chance that he will die, and that will be the action that truly redeems him. I really like the arc's calculations and feel like the show has enough ideas left to fill out the final 6 episodes, unlike X-Aid, which also ended at 45 episodes, but felt like it was dragging. I didn't know we were at 6 episodes left.
Yeah. Yeah, and XA did freaking drag, because we were just, like, beating the final villain in his final form for, like, I don't know how long. So...
Hey, don't worry, he got a different colors, and then you gotta beat him again, and don't worry, it's definitely premium Bandai for this item. So,
like, honestly, unless we see Arc being stronger than he was in the previous episodes, like Thouser and was it Arto's hidden metal form can just take care of the final boss. They just have to make sure when he goes like all, CG that they shoot him or like kill him or something, and they should be fine. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Final comment comes from Rajik Rasul, who says, "Man, I like this episode, especially the 1002 Henshin along with Jingles. I'm starting to like Guy. Now look like 1002 is his morality pet, where Guy asks 1002 on what to do next. Excited for 02 to fight next week. I am too, because we've known about it for so long. Even the Soto blog has revealed it, so I'm excited to see it, because like I have not been sold on the red gloves quite yet. I'm hoping to be sold here, like as it goes in motion, because like the red just comes out of nowhere. I know it's part of his suit already, but like there's just so much of it on his hands and like none of it on his shoes or anything. I recognize that it's like a reference to something or whatever. I forget, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. The rest of the suit looks really good. It's a nice, simple final form. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, did we get here?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about our thoughts about your thoughts about this episode. And if I'm honest, kind of sorry that this is more like a sleepy episode, because I'm sleepy and Alex just woke up. But hey, I meant what I said yesterday. I'm putting this up the next day, and you know what? We're here. We made it. This statement absolutely won't come back to bite me in the butt. No, sir. But yeah, guys. Oh, also, links in the description. Helps support the Black Lives Matter movement. Anything you do, as long as you do it, absolutely helps. Thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yep. See ya. I'm trying to see like what the.
Take a nap.
What?
When did you take a nap?
I started like 7:30.
Oh man, are you even gonna sleep tonight?
Yeah.